Bueno, bienvenidos a todas y a todos a esta última sesión de nuestro ciclo de webinars para conocer las oportunidades que brinda ANI para realizar posgrados en el exterior dentro de las áreas estratégicas de nuestro país. Para ello, hoy nos acompañan algunas de las instituciones con las que ANI mantiene convenios para otorgar becas en marco de esta convocatoria y que conoceremos en unos minutos. La convocatoria Maestrías y Doctorados en el Exterior va a estar abierta a partir de esta semana. Y la postulación la podrán realizar a través de la web de ANI. Para el caso de las maestrías, la postulación puede realizarse solamente a aquellas universidades con las que ANI tenga un convenio establecido. Estas instituciones están listadas tanto en nuestra web como en el formulario al momento de realizar la postulación. Para el caso de los doctorados, la postulación es abierta a todas las universidades, mantengan o no convenio con ANI, aunque es verdad que ANI tiene convenios para doctorados con instituciones que les pueden otorgar ciertos beneficios en la matrícula o al momento mismo de su estancia durante el posgrado. En ambos, maestrías y doctorados deben de tener por lo menos el trámite de inscripción realizado al momento del cierre de la convocatoria y deberán presentar constancia de ello. Respecto al financiamiento, ANI otorga becas de $40.000 para maestrías que no deberán de extenderse de 24 meses y $60.000 para doctorados de 36 meses. Los rubros financieros que se contemplan en estos montos son la matrícula, el pasaje, la manutención y el seguro de salud. Para el caso de la manutención, esta no podrá superar el máximo de $1.200 por mes. Otro de los aspectos relevantes a esta convocatoria y que deben tener en cuenta es que se encuentra abierta tanto a uruguayos como a extranjeros residentes en nuestro país que cuenten con un título universitario o una formación terciaria equivalente y que tengan su CBUI actualizado. Este último punto es muy importante. Además, deberán presentar tanto las escolaridades actualizadas correspondientes a los estudios de grado y posgrado que tengan, así como un plan de trabajo y las razones que los motivan a la realización del programa de posgrado al que postulen. Es importante, por último, recordarles que se pueden postular solamente a una beca de maestría o de doctorado, que ANI no financia MBAs ni tampoco programas a distancia. Como les comentaba, hoy nos acompañan algunos representantes de las instituciones con las que ANI mantiene convenios en el marco de esta convocatoria. Ellos son Päivi Jokinen, de EDUFI, Anna Jetsu, de Eastern Finland, María Lindblad, de la Universidad de Lund, Hans Lundin, de KTH, y Ria Hulsman, de la Universidad de Wageningen. Por último, les recuerdo que durante las presentaciones, tanto en el chat como en la sección de preguntas y respuestas, podrán ir dejando las dudas o consultas que tengan para que sean respondidas al final del webinar. También, aunque lo vamos también a compartir al final, les dejamos el contacto tanto de la unidad de cooperación como del equipo de becas, por si quieren escribirnos alguna consulta por mail. Bueno, muchas gracias de nuevo por acompañarnos, y sin más, Päivi, the floor is yours, so I will share your presentation now, okay?
Yes, thank you. And thank you for inviting me. I am Päivi Jokinen. I am working as a program manager at the Finnish National Agency for Education. And with just a few words about EDUFI, we are a national development agency working under the Ministry of Education and Culture, and our tasks and organization are set in the legislation. So our core tasks are to develop education and training, early childhood education and lifelong learning, and to promote internationalization in Finland. And this EDUFI fellowship program belongs to the last category. And this scholarship program I am talking about is targeted for foreign doctoral students. Next slide, please. Yes. So in this program, the applicant is always the Finnish University department, usually the PhD supervisor of the student. So you are not able to apply yourself. Instead, the best way is, if you have no contact in Finland, to go to the university web pages and look at the research pages, contact the principal investigator of the research program, and then ask him or her to apply for you for this scholarship. And the target group are those PhD students who are doing their whole doctorate in Finland. But also, if you are doing a double degree in Finnish university and in any other university outside of Finland, you are also in our primary target group. We also finance shorter visits, usually around 3 to 6 months visits for those students who are doing their doctoral thesis at the foreign university. And we usually have scholarship holders that are receiving 9-month scholarship, and this is for the reason that since we have a limited budget, we have noticed that this is enough time to receive further funding from other sources. Of course, there is possibility to apply further funding for 3 months if you have received a shorter scholarship. Our size of the grant is at the moment and also next year 1,900 euros per month, and this will be paid to the university, and the university will then pay monthly allowances to the student. This program is open for all nationalities except for Finns, all fields of sciences, and all Finnish universities except universities of applied sciences can apply for this scholarship. In this slide, you can find the link to our web pages. We have also collected their most frequently asked questions. The most frequently asked questions are particularly if I can apply for myself and who will write the motivation letter. So the applicant in this case is always the representative of the Finnish university. And the motivation letter is also written by your host. Of course, it is always good to prepare the application together with your host so that you can also write, for example, the research plan yourself, but we have no limitations on that. So you may do the application together, or you may prepare it yourself on parts of the research plan, but the applicant should be your host. This scholarship is primarily a mobility grant, so we are trying to invite new students to Finland, and for this reason, there is a limitation that you may not have resided in Finland for more than 12 months. And this means also other stays than just your PhD studies. So if you have, for example, spent in Finland for 2 years doing your master's degree, then you are not eligible anymore. But otherwise, the main point is that if you are planning, for example, to apply scholarship from ANI and EDUFI both, it is always best to apply for EDUFI grant first because of this rule for staying in Finland for less than 12 months, and then after that apply for ANI's scholarship. Or other Finnish scholarships which you may find from the Study in Finland web pages, or actually you will find links to the resources that are, for example, private foundations can be found from a certain database, and the link will be found on that section doctoral funding on Study in Finland pages. This page is very useful for you otherwise also because although they are targeted, they are mainly advising people doing their bachelor or master studies. There is a lot of information about how to move to Finland and how to find universities you are interested and so on. And also there is page to or links to all Finnish universities and their doctoral admissions pages. And when you have found the university you are interested in, I would advise you to look for their research pages and there find the interesting not only university but also the program you are interested and the research group you are interested to join. We advise to apply 5 months before the start of the scholarship period. And this is firstly because we try to process our applications within 3 months. Usually we are quicker than that, but it's good to prepare for the 3 months process time. And then it always takes time to get visa and residence permits. So this is the reason for this 5 months rule. We of course process the applications if the application comes sooner, but this is just for you to have time to prepare to move to Finland and get all the paperwork done in time. About those visits, as you can see in my slide, I have written there that we can support shorter visits if there are exceptionally compelling reasons for those. And there are no general compelling reasons, because maybe if the university or research groups have very strong cooperation already existing, or they are planning to build that kind of cooperation, that could be one reason. But then there of course could be very specific reasons, like if you are studying architecture and you are coming to see old city of Porvoo or Rauma, or if you are studying Finnish literature or something like that. So, or it could even be that you are doing research in biosciences and there is a wet lab that has certain equipment that are not found in your university. So they are very, very different reasons, which are quite impossible to just list in our web pages. So if you feel that there is a particular reason why the visit should be supported, then this is something your host can write in his motivation letter and let us know why it would be particularly important for you to have this short visit in Finland. And next slide, which is pretty much just the links to our program page, and then there is this Study in Finland main page link from where you can find the list of universities and the other sources of funding, and then the contact email address, which will be common to our team. So any of us working with this program can then answer your questions at any time. So thank you for your attention. And did I understand that we will have the questions at the end of the presentations?
Thank you very much, Päivi, for your presentation. Now, Anna, your time, whenever you want to start.
Sure, thank you. I will share my presentation. Let's start. So, hello everyone, my name is Anna Itsu. I come from the University of Eastern Finland. And today I will go through some details about our master's degree programs, and also I have one slide about our UEF doctoral school. So University of Eastern Finland operates in 2 campus cities, in the city of Joensuu and in the city of Kuopio. We have 4 faculties at UEF. So philosophical faculty, faculty of science, forestry and technology, faculty of health sciences, and faculty of social sciences and business studies. And this makes, in fact, UEF the most multidisciplinary university in Finland. We have around 1,200 international degree students at our university. UEF is ranked among the world's finest universities, so we are globally within the best 2%. And a few photos from our campus cities. First, city of Joensuu in summertime. So Joensuu is 12th largest city in Finland. We have around 9,000 UEF students in Joensuu. So in fact, every third resident is a student in the city of Joensuu. This photo is taken from the Joensuu city center, and our campus is located quite near by the city hall. Kuopio, our other campus city, is slightly bigger than the city of Joensuu, but the campus is a bit smaller. So we have around 7,000 UF students in the city of Kuopio. There was a survey that the happiest people in the world lives in Finland. And then we had also internal survey in Finland. And in that survey, it was mentioned that the happiest people in Finland, they live in the city of Kuopio. So one could say that the happiest people in the entire world live in one of our campus cities. These are the study fields what we offer at UEF. So we have international degree programs in biology, biomedicine, chemistry, engineering, environmental studies, finance, accounting, forestry, health sciences, information technology, language and culture, law, linguistics, marketing and management, photonics, physics, tourism, and toxicology. I think this slide, even though we have quite a lot of text in this, might be interesting for you. So first about the tuition fees. So in Finland, we collect tuition fees from the students who arrive here outside of the European Union or European Economical Area. And the tuition fees range at UEF from 8,000 to 10,000 euros per academic year. We offer 3 types of scholarships. So we have Finland Scholarship, which is available only in master's degree programs, and that is for the 2 best applicants per program. Finland Scholarship includes not just the 100% tuition fee waiver, but also some funds for living costs in Finland. The most common scholarship type is tuition waiver, and right now we can offer maximum 50% tuition waiver for our international students who are liable to pay for tuition fees. Then we also have the 3rd scholarship type at UEF. We call them special scholarships. And in these programs, by this we mean the Erasmus Mundus and joint degree programs. The application process for the scholarships is in fact quite simple. So you need to apply for the scholarships when you apply to UEF. And in Finland, we have online applications for higher education institutions. So the applications will be submitted via the study info application form. And in that form, you also apply for the scholarships. Right now, we do not have application fees to Finnish universities. Just one slide about the eligibility. So for the master's degree programs, you need to have bachelor's degree. It should be awarded by internationally recognized university, and the degree should be from on the same or closely related field. We have some programs who accept degrees also from a recognized University of Applied Sciences or polytechnics. We ask our prospective students to prove their English language skills. I have listed some of the language tests on this slide. The reason why we ask that is that in our international degree programs, the teaching language is English, and it's very important that all our international students can fully participate to the teaching and learning in our international study programs. The selection process in master's degree programs is based on earlier academic performance. In addition to that, some of our programs have some program-specific criteria, so they might, for example, interview the applicants. The moment that can change your life can be just around the corner. So the application period for our international degree programs will start 3rd of January, and the application form is open until 17th of January. And this photo here is taken from the Colli National Park, which is just 1 hour drive from our Joensuu campus. Then something about the doctoral school. This might be a bit different what you have in your home country, but at UEF, the key to apply for a doctoral study place is to find a supervisor, and you need also a research plan for the application. At UEF, we use the study info portal also for doctoral school. I will type these links to the chat. So if you need further details, please feel free to check the UEF website. But that was my presentation in short. So thank you for your attention, and I'm looking forward to your questions.
Thank you very much, Ana. Thanks. Ahora le damos la bienvenida a María Lindblad de la Universidad de Lund. Maria, whenever you want, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you so much. Let me get my presentation up. Here we go. All right. Yes, thank you so much for inviting me. And hello, everyone. My name is Maria Lindblad, and I work as an international recruitment manager at Lund University in Sweden. Just going to jump straight into my presentation and start by just showing where we are located. So Lund University has 3 campuses in the southern tip here of Sweden, as you can see on the map in the circled area. We are a part of the greater Copenhagen area. So we're very close to the capital city in Denmark, or neighboring country. And we also have the cities of Lund, where we have our main campus, Malmö, which is the 3rd largest city in Sweden, and Helsingborg, which is a coastal town here near Lund. So this is where we are located. It's a very dynamic region with around 4 million inhabitants and thousands of researchers and students, as well as several universities and science parks. So it is an area with a lot of research and education. To have a closer look at the university, we are around 45,000 students and 8,000 staff members. We were founded in 1666, and we have research and education across 9 faculties. And we offer 275 study programs at bachelor's and master's level. And then, of course, we have doctoral studies and research programs in addition to that. Lund University is consistently ranked among the world's top 100 in the bigger international world university rankings, such as QS and Times Higher. We are also the most popular choice in Sweden for international students. We are a very international university with students from around 130 different countries on campus. Around 40% of the PhD students are international, and around 60% of the master students are international from all over the world. And we offer one of Scandinavia's widest ranges of courses, and also a very strong focus on research. So even if we do have 46,000 students, we have actually most of our budget is spent on the research. And we have one of the broadest research areas and environments and world-class research facilities here, such as the Max4 and ESS and many others as well. And students who are studying here can, of course, take a part of the ongoing research as well. When it comes to the actual programs that we offer, we have around 130 international master's programs that are completely taught in English. And many of these programs are unique because they have been developed out of our research. So they are not programs that you will necessarily find everywhere else, but many of them are interdisciplinary programs that have been created by the researchers at the different faculties. And when it comes to PhD studies, that is a job position in Sweden. So those you would apply for the same way you would apply for any job. So they're not listed as specific programs, but rather positions at the university. The master's programs that we offer, they range across all of our faculties, so a wide range of subject areas. Most of the masters are 2 years, and we have some management programs that are 1 year in duration. And the master's programs are integrated with our research, but they are course-based in the way that they are taught. So you study 1 or maximum 2 courses at a time, and then you specialize at the end and conclude with a thesis or a degree project. And it's also usually quite common that you have more flexible semester where you can do either a specialization or a study abroad or an internship, for example, in many of our programs. And all of the masters prepare you for PhD studies if you do want to go on to do even more research. And if you don't want the option of continuing on into industry, which of course also programs prepare for. To see the full list of our masters, you have the link here, lunduniversity.lu.se/programs, and there you can find the full list of all of our masters. In Sweden, we have a national application system, so all students applying to a master's in Sweden or a bachelor's, but in this case masters, you go to the national application portal called universityadmissions.se. And the international application round is open right now. It started in mid-October and it closes on the 15th of January. So this is where you make your online application for Sweden. Want to talk a little bit also about the fees, because I know that you all want to know about that. So the tuition fees vary between the different programs, depending on the subject that you are studying, but most of the programs will be somewhere between $14,000 up to $19,000 per year. So that is roughly what most of them are. In terms of living costs, we recommend having around $1,000 per month to cover all the costs such as accommodation, food, books, etc. In addition to the collaboration with Ani that we're also going to talk about, we have our own scholarship program, the Lund University Global Scholarship, and this is open to all international non-European students who are required to pay tuition fees. And you can apply for the scholarship after you have made a full application for studies. So we usually open the scholarship application in February. And this can cover partial tuition fees or up to the full tuition fees, but it does not cover living costs. But that is something you can apply for in addition to other scholarship opportunities. As for the funding agreement with Ani, we will offer up to 3 students a 25% scholarship or tuition fee waiver from Lund University. And we also offer insurance and a housing guarantee for those students who are selected as a part of this agreement. Just briefly, also going to finish up with the timeline. So just to get an overview of what the timeline looks like, as I mentioned already, the application is open now, and the deadline to apply is the 15th of January. And the deadline for all documents and your application to be complete is the 1st of February. And later on in February, we open the Lund University Global Scholarship, if you also want to apply for that. And the admission results are announced on the 21st of March for master's applicants for Sweden. After that, it's time to, if you are selected, to apply for your residence permit and housing and do your first tuition fee installment. And then the preparations during the summer, and we have an official arrival day around mid-August for students to arrive to Sweden and to Lund. So that was actually all I was going to present. So if you want to learn a little bit more about Lund University, please go to our website, lunduniversity.lu.se, for more information. You're always also welcome to contact me. I am the recruitment manager for Latin America, and you can see my email here. I can put it in the chat as well. So if you have any questions about the university or application process, you're welcome to reach out to me. And we hope that this was a start, and we hope to see you in Lund in the near future. Thank you so much, and I'll be happy to answer any questions later on as well.
Thank you very much, Maria. Now, Hans, le damos la bienvenida a Hans Lundin de KTH. Hans, the floor is yours. Your microphone is not open.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yes.
Before I start, I just want to mention that we, similarly as Lund, we are a Swedish public university, so a lot of the timelines and the settings that Maria just mentioned also applies to KTH. I will now. The computer was just. All right. Now we're set, right?
Yes. Wonderful.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm from KTH, the Royal Institute of Technology in Stockholm, Sweden. We're based in the capital, Stockholm, and Sweden, as you can see, in the northern part of Sweden, and we have 4 seasons, and now we're in the winter. I was just out skiing today, so you can enjoy all 4 seasons here. Sweden is also known for being a very innovative country, and we have a long tradition of engineering, and a lot of companies that you might recognize come from Sweden, both older, bigger companies such as Ericsson and Volvo, but also newer companies such as Spotify. And as the biggest technical university in Sweden, we have an integral part of this tradition, both in terms of innovation and engineering, and close collaborations. We've had so historically. Stockholm is a medium-sized city, I would say, in comparison to many other capitals. We have approximately 2 million inhabitants, and it's considered a hub for both Swedish trade and business, but also innovation. So we're not only the biggest technical university of Sweden, we're also the oldest technical university of Sweden. And we have approximately 13,000 students. Additionally, we have a lot of PhD students. And as in the presentation of Lund, you learned that the PhD studies in Sweden are considered a job, so you apply for vacancies. We're a rather research-intense university. So that's why we also have a lot of PhD students. We ranked quite well, both as an overall university, but also in more thematic areas, as you can see. And we have various campuses located in Stockholm. The picture you see here is the main campus, which is located pretty much in the city center. And as you can see here in the image, Stockholm is characterized by having a good blend between built environment, forest, and water. So it's a rather livable city. And if you study KTH, you will be moving around quite centrally in Stockholm. And we offer accommodation both at our campus, but also more in other locations spread out in the city. We also have other campuses. Up in the north, we have a campus in Kista, which is kind of the Silicon Valley of Sweden, where a lot of ICT companies have their headquarters and research facilities. That's where we have, for instance, computer science. We also have a campus in Södertälje, where that's city slightly south of Stockholm. This is where the Scania, the company Scania, has its manufacturing facility. And that's the reason we also have a campus there, to be close to industry. We offer 63 master programs, all taught completely in English. I will not go through them all, of course, but I can just hold the dots or bullet points here is a master program. So I'll just scroll through so you can have an overview. Normally all programs are 2 years, but some programs have a parenthesis. For instance, the architectural and lighting design is a 1-year program, as you can see. And in the bottom, it says joint. That means that it's a joint degree program. So you study 1 year at KTH and 1 year at another European university. So when applying, if you're applying to a joint degree or a joint program, make sure that you read through application text, etc., because usually the application and the scholarships tied to these programs are slightly different. Also deadlines than the normal programs. So these are the programs within architecture and the built environment. These are the programs we offer within electrical engineering and computer science. These are the programs within engineering science. Engineering sciences in chemistry, biotechnology, and health. And finally, all the programs offered within the industrial engineering and management. And if you want to have more in-depth information about each program, you enter our website and you can read quite a lot of from each program. So, why should you study KTH? Well, except having a lot of interesting master programs and being a prominent technical university, we also focus quite a lot on having a challenge-driven education and putting a problem-based learning, meaning that a good blend between not only lectures, but also seminars and teamwork, and basically to prepare students to be a good engineer. And similarly, as was mentioned in the Lund presentation, we also have 3 semesters of course load, and the final semester you do a thesis. And usually the theses are done at companies, but if you want to pursue a research career, you can also do a thesis within a laboratory. It's quite open, actually. We have arrival service like in mid-August for admitted students, where we provide keys for accommodation, and we have good guidance. We even pick up students at the airport with the bus you can see here. The cost of living in Sweden, in Stockholm, is approximately 9,000 a month. I can also mention that for fee-paying students, we offer guarantee housing. You pay for the housing yourself, but we offer a study spot, or sorry, an accommodation spot, which can be quite helpful in a city like Stockholm. I will not go through this in detail. You can see more. Each program has its own requirements, but it's good for you to know that we require English proficiency and then an equivalent of a bachelor's degree. And the application is open now. So if you're not an EU citizen, you're required to pay the tuition fee, as you can see here. But we also offer various types of scholarships. And we also have collaborations with ANI and offer a reduction of the tuition fee based on that agreement. So as I mentioned, the application is open now. And I can also mention that the Swedish system works in the sense that you can apply for various Swedish universities at the same time. So if you apply for one master at Lund, within the same application, you can choose a similar program at KTH. And then the program where you're admitted is valid for the whole application, so to say. Yeah, I will just briefly mention that we have a quite good reputation, and a lot of our students get good jobs quite quickly. And the reason why it says KTH is because these are students that pursue a PhD, and then it's considered a job. That's why it's the top employer. So finally, you can follow us on social media. You can also, each master program has its own student ambassador. You can engage with them and find either a student studying a program you're interested in, or a student from your region. I don't think we have anyone from Uruguay, but we have various from Latin America. Thank you.
Muchas gracias, Hans. Thank you very much. Bueno, por último, le damos la bienvenida a Ria Holzman de la Universidad de Wageningen. Ria, the floor is yours.
Sí, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yes,
Perfectly.
Can you let me know, should I give my presentation in English or in Spanish?
What is more comfortable for you?
I prepared in Spanish as I did the last year, so
Okay, so yes, of course. Let's try it in Spanish.
Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Voy a preparar mi presentación. Yo soy Ria Holzman. Muchas gracias a Annie por este espacio para presentar nuestros programas en Holanda, Wageningen. Yo soy Ria Holzman, gerente regional para América Latina y el Caribe para la Universidad de Wageningen. Y soy ingeniera agrónoma, yo mismo, específicamente agronomía tropical. Entonces les voy a dar unas pequeñas presentaciones, y para aclarar, yo vi que al inicio estaban diciendo que el programa con ANI y Wageningen University solo cubría las maestrías, pero en realidad cubre maestría y doctorado. Eso para aclarar al principio. Por eso que les voy a presentar sobre los programas de maestría y doctorado en la Universidad de Wageningen. Entonces, Wageningen en realidad es una pequeña ciudad de 35.000 habitantes, no en el oeste de Holanda, donde está Amsterdam, Rotterdam y todo eso, pero mucho más al este de Holanda. Y se conoce Wageningen por dos cosas. Uno, porque aquí se capitularon los alemanes después de la Segunda Guerra Mundial. Entonces aquí en un hotel entre un comandante canadiense y un alemán se firmaron la capitulación, y desde aquí volvieron los alemanes después de la Segunda Guerra Mundial, y hasta ahora cada año seguimos festejando la liberación de la Segunda Guerra Mundial. La segunda razón por la cual se conoce a nuestra ciudad es por nuestra universidad. La universidad no es una universidad comprensiva, no es una universidad amplia, pero muy enfocado a lo que es agricultura, medio ambiente y alimento. Y dentro de esto también se incluye Marine Sciences o ciencias marinas, ¿no? Aquí hay una imagen de lo que es el campus, aunque debo decir que es ya una imagen de algunos años atrás, por lo cual ya se ha rellenado este campus con aún un poco más edificios. Aquí otras imágenes, tanto del campus como está ahora, como también de algunos edificios de la universidad. Es bastante nuevo, así como también los bicicletas que ves aquí de los estudiantes que están siempre junto a los edificios. Y en las estaciones de tren, en Holanda, hasta que le llaman cementerios de bicicletas, porque muchos dejan ahí su bicicleta cuando ya no les sirve. Entonces, de vez en cuando la policía viene a recoger estas bicicletas. Bueno, nuestra universidad en el año académico 2023-2024 tuvimos 16,000 estudiantes entre bachilleratos, maestrías y candidatos de doctorado, 289 estudiantes de América Latina, de la cual 12 de Uruguay, muchos yo creo con una beca de ANI, prácticamente todo. En total, 130 nacionalidades aquí en la universidad. Y esto es muy importante también, evaluado, o sea, cada año se evalúa entre los estudiantes cuál es la universidad mejor de Holanda. Entonces ya 19 años consecutivos los estudiantes de Wageningen dan el mayor evaluación a la universidad. Y eso creo que es un logro muy, muy grande. Y cuando vemos a los indicadores, vemos que la razón por la cual dan un puntaje tan alto es mayormente por el contacto entre docente y estudiante. Entonces, eso es valorado muy alto y otros aspectos también, pero esa es la razón principal, como también la libertad del espacio, el área verde que hay aquí en esta universidad. En cuanto a los programas de maestrías, tenemos 37 programas diferentes, luego los voy a mostrar un poco. En los programas de maestría, 60% es holandés, 40% de los estudiantes son internacionales. La colegiatura que se paga en el año académico 2023-2024 es 19.600 euros. Para ingresar necesitas un grado de bachillerato o en una de las ciencias de la cual quieres estudiar y necesitas un 92 de inglés del test TOEFL. Y para hablar necesitas 23, un puntaje de 23 mínimo. Aquí una idea de lo que son los programas de maestría, el cual ha sido muy popular entre los de Uruguay, ha sido Organic Agriculture, que creo que ahora tiene otro nombre, un poco más amplio que solo Organic, pero también Climate Studies, por ejemplo, el programa de maestría que tiene un puntaje muy alto de calidad es Plant Sciences. Es uno muy amplio y con muchos estudiantes, como también, por ejemplo, Food Technology. Eso también, este programa de maestría es muy popular. Luego, aquí para los requisitos de admisión para doctorado, se requiere una propuesta Aquí en Wageningen no tenemos doctorados así, programas fijos. El doctorado es una propuesta de investigación del candidato, del estudiante, a un grupo de investigación existente aquí en Wageningen y junto con el grupo vas afinando tu propuesta de investigación de doctorado. Y una vez que esa propuesta de investigación esté aprobada, el candidato empieza con su doctorado. Entonces se necesita enviar una carta y una propuesta preliminar. Luego empieza un poco el afinar la investigación, la propuesta de investigación. Hay que enviar referencias, hay que enviar currículum, hay que enviar el diploma de maestría, hay que mostrar que tienes el financiamiento para hacer el doctorado y necesitas estos mínimos puntajes para inglés. Ahora hay en realidad 3 diferentes modalidades de doctorado. Uno se llama el full doctorado, el full PhD, que son prácticamente los 4 años estudiando e investigando aquí en Wageningen. El otro, el sandwich PhD, es 1 año primero en Wageningen, donde en el grupo de investigación donde está tu base, empiezas a afinar y capacitarse en lectures, en courses, en preparar toda tu investigación junto con el supervisor y el grupo mismo de investigadores que están ahí. Luego, el segundo y tercer año, haces tu investigación de campo, ¿no? Juntando datos y información y todo. El cuarto año vas consolidando y sistematizando la información, escribiendo los artículos y eso lo haces, el cuarto año lo haces desde Wageningen de nuevo. Este es un sándwich estándar, pero en realidad hay diferentes modalidades. Lo más importante que quiero decir aquí es que cuando tú haces un sándwich doctorado, puedes combinarlo con una investigación de campo en Uruguay, ¿no? Y por todos estos meses que no estás en Wageningen, entonces no pagas también el bench fee que uno paga por mes, que creo que es de 1.000 euros por mes. Ahora, la tercera modalidad es el Engineering PhD. Este es un PhD que va mucho más a lo que es un postgraduación, que puedes combinar después de haber ya trabajado unos años en una empresa y el enfoque está sobre el desarrollo profesional y científico y gradualmente vas haciendo una tarea de diseño. Entonces, es una modalidad un poco más applied, ¿no? Un poco más aplicado, investigación aplicado, basado ya en una experiencia que ya tienes. A ver, ¿qué más puedo decir? Bueno, basado en la propuesta en investigación aceptado, vas haciendo un training en supervisory plan para los 4 años y después de 1 año se va evaluando si los cursos que has hecho, si estás avanzando. Y de ahí hay un momento de go, no go. Por ejemplo, si tu inglés está un poco fallando, entonces en tu training y supervisory plan te va recomendando que mejores un poco tu inglés. O si algún curso básico para tu área necesitas nivelarlo, entonces después de 1 año van evaluando si realmente has podido nivelarlo. Entonces, este es después de 1 año. Luego, 10% del tiempo necesitas dedicar a docencia, 15% a entrenamiento y 75% necesitas dedicar a la investigación y más o menos un número de 4 artículos necesitas haber terminado después de los 4 años. Bueno, creo que eso es lo más importante. Aquí todos los grupos de investigación que tenemos aquí en Wageningen, como ya les expliqué, muy enfocado a lo que es agricultura, medio ambiente y alimento. Entonces, en estos 5 diferentes grupos, hay grupos individuales de investigación. Entonces, en nuestra página web, ¿no? Cuando haces clic aquí, puedes entrar en la página web. Cada grupo tiene su propia página con la gente que están ahí, la investigación que están haciendo, etc. Luego aquí he puesto algunos candidatos de doctorado que están haciendo o han hecho su investigación, ¿no? Aquí he puesto el título, el nombre de la persona que ha venido de Uruguay y que ha hecho aquí su doctorado, para su información. Luego, finalmente, ¿qué más tenemos aquí? Tenemos una biblioteca muy grande, tenemos un Student Service Center que apoya mucho a estudiantes a encontrar su network, etc. Tenemos Startup Facilities. Para maestría hay la posibilidad de hacer pasantía y tesis en el exterior. Tenemos cursos de lenguaje. Bueno, como es una ciudad pequeña, aquí alrededor es un área muy verde de bosques, pastos, etc. Y aquí te mueves tanto dentro de la ciudad como a otras ciudades en bicicleta. Y creo que es esto, sí. Para cualquier cosa, entonces se comunica conmigo o con mi colega Janneke. Eso sería, Sofía. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias, Ría, por tu presentación, fue súper clara. Bueno, les vamos a revisar las preguntas, que en realidad fueron contestadas algunas. Varias eran consultando acerca de cuestiones de los fees de esas universidades europeas, teniendo ciudadanía europea, que ya fueron contestadas por María y Hans. So thank you very much, María and Hans, for answering those questions. Después Camila Fernández, about Lund. So the opportunities for doctoral studies in all Swedish universities are exclusively as job positions, or is there a possibility to apply for a PhD studies in Lund University as an annual scholar?
In general, there are job positions. There are some students who come on a scholarship as well, find a supervisor for that. But in general, the department still needs to have a position and a supervisor available, even if they don't fund the position. So in most cases, they would need to apply for a position. But they can, of course, reach out to a professor at the department where they want to work and see if there are any opportunities. But in general, I would refer to the website and the announced positions for doctoral students.
Thank you very much, María, for your answer. Camila, espero que haya quedado respondido con esto que comentaba María. Y después Ría, también
Sí.
Camila Fernández pregunta para Wageningen si se podría aplicar de forma condicional para el PhD si se está terminando la tesis de maestría, es decir, comenzar el contacto con esos grupos de investigación, las referencias, etcétera, con la condición de entregar el título de magíster en cuanto lo obtengan.
Sí, sí. Bueno, ya lo más importante es que tienes tu propuesta y empiezas el contacto con el grupo, y si vas explicando en este contacto, la conversación que tienes, yo no veo que vas a tener problemas. Ellos, si tú eres sincero y abierto, ellos confían en que tú lo vas a conseguir tu título de maestría y luego vas a poder pasar, o sea, no hay problema. Claro que si no lo logras, no se cancela, pero en realidad confiamos que uno saca la maestría, y eso sí siempre viene un poco más tarde.
Muchas gracias, Ría, por tu respuesta. Bueno, después en el chat quedaron links y contactos tanto de Eastern Finland como de Lund y de KTH, y también les queda para aquellos interesados en KTH el contacto de Francisco, que es un uruguayo que está estudiando allí, por si quieren ponerse en contacto con él. Por último, agradecerles por habernos acompañado, ya que no hay más preguntas. Les comparto nuevamente nuestros contactos acá en ANI, tanto de la unidad de cooperación como del equipo de becas, por si en este momento, cuando arranque la postulación, tienen alguna duda o quieren conocer un poco más de alguna de las universidades. Quedamos a las órdenes. Muchas gracias por habernos acompañado. Los esperamos el año que viene. A ustedes, quizás para quienes apliquen a maestrías, para sus postulaciones a doctorado. Bueno, muchas gracias. Thank you, the five of you. for joining us today. It was a great webinar. Muchas gracias y nos vemos la próxima.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Bye.
Bye.